We are back to take a look at the Green Bay Packers offense in preparation for their game against the Chicago Bears on Sunday. My name is Quentin Crisco. Find me on Twitter at Butkus Stats. Make sure to check out my podcast, Shaving Points Podcast. Make sure to check out our YouTube page as well. Just go to the search menu and type in Shaving Points Podcast. Also check out my game preview article at ontapsportsnet.com. First up here, I want to take a look at the Packers screen game. They use a lot of screens and play action, and both in individual plays to get their offense going. It's really a lot of their offense. So on this first one here, I'm going to show you three different variations of this. This first one, 11 personnel, we are going to see him come in motion across the screen, and then we're going to get block, screen pass. And we'll get a little play action in here too from the running back. On this next one, we're getting a very similar look. So we're going to have this wide receiver, once again, coming in motion over here. We noticed that this one's 12 personnel. We got two tight ends right here. So a little different from the last one, which was an 11 personnel. This is what the Packers do. They change up personnel, they change up their formations, but they run some very similar plays and with different concepts within them. And then we're going to see the running back come take play action and then leak out right over here for another screen pass. This wide receiver is going to become a blocker. This wide receiver is going to become a blocker. And they're going to get the ball to Aaron Jones on this one. So very similar concept. So basically they're getting the defense's head saying, oh, they're running the same thing again, running the same thing again. But it's not the same thing. It's mild variations of similar things. 12 personnel. Two tight ends out here. We're going to see the running back doesn't do play action this time, but starts out blocking, then leaks out this way. Best way to show this variation is just showing it here. We're going to see him leak out over here. This linebacker's going to go, oh no, they're doing it again. And he just powers over this way. And in the meantime, Bob Tonyan just gets left wide open over the middle of the field. Easy completion. And it's because of how they set this up previously with similar looks. Okay, now we're going to look at another screen pass concept that they like to run. And these are all out of 20 personnel. So we got two running backs, Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon. A.J. Dillon tends to be the motion man on all of these. So we're going to see Dillon motion out here into a route. And we're going to see Aaron Jones coming up the middle on a run. And Aaron Rodgers is going to pull the ball off the play action, hit Dillon for a nice game. Now this time around, we see almost the exact same thing. 20 personnel again, A.J. Dillon coming out here, Aaron Jones coming up the middle, and this time Rodgers hands it off. Let's see. So I want you to pay attention to this conflict defender right here. He almost seems like he's going to come up and start out trying to block the throwing lane, get his hands up in it, until he realizes the ball's been handed off. And then when the second he realizes the ball's been handed off, take a look at this. He stumbles. He's like, oh, that is not what I expected. So you took out the backside defender essentially on that, which doesn't really impact this play, but it could impact other plays. And also, you pulled this linebacker out towards the coverage a little heavier than you might otherwise. And then we're just going to take one more look at that. A.J. Dillon coming out on the screen. Aaron Jones crashing down on play action. Rodgers throws the screen pass this one. But take a look here. So on the action, instead of getting pulled out like he did last time, this linebacker, he stays in for another split second, which just lets A.J. Dillon get a lot of room to run here. Now we'll run through some of the Packers' play-action passing game. This is where they're really dangerous. A lot of their best plays tend to come on these play-action looks. A play-action to A.J. Dillon, just a two-route concept. Looks like they're doubling Christian Watson here, number 10. Maybe that's Lazard. One-on-one in the end zone. Just an easy read for Aaron Rodgers. This one, they do a much better job getting an outside zone kind of look on this, where their blockers are blocking down, and it creates that outside zone feel. This play here, we see 3 route concept, maybe 4, but the key here is Christian Watson is very, very dangerous and fast. So, play action here. These linebackers bite down, opens up space for Watson right behind him, and I mean, he is fast. You always need to know where Christian Watson is on the field, because you're not going to catch him once he has the ball in his hands. And another example of their play action with Christian Watson, dude is just dangerous. He's running a go route, and really the protection's not great there, but it doesn't matter because Christian Watson's fast, and can track the ball. That takes us to the Packers' straight dropback passing game. This is where Rodgers shows so much that he's special with, but also this year it shows where some of his faults are. Some of that's probably age. Mostly, honestly, if I'm being completely honest, the roster around him, the wide receiver talent, the pass catching talent, because straight dropback passing is where that tends to shine. It's something that they don't really have a whole lot of. But this play was like a 4th and 8, I believe, and Rodgers just makes a play here. See, so they're almost mirroring pick routes on each side of the football. Double pick route, and it just kind of leaves Watson, or whoever that is, Watson or Lazard, wide open in the middle of the field. So this one's actually almost the exact same play. And we see this slot receiver coming open down the middle. So very similar concept here, but I included this play just because this is a play that really shows what Rodgers can do. Don't matter. I'll just throw it across my body over to him and be just fine. And that's a special throw right there. That is just impressive. And now we see some of the blemishes that came with their dropback passing game in this game against the Eagles. Pass protection struggles right here. Doesn't hold up. Rodgers is under immediate pressure. Panics. Throws a rough football. Batted up. Interception. O-line goofed this one up on the simulated pressure. Rodgers gets away from it and throws a panic ball. Rodgers says, I'm going to throw this, and the receiver's got his hand up. He's like, I've got my guy beat. Toss it out here. I'll get it. And Rodgers just short arms it. Maybe that's age catching up to him, but left it short. A few years ago, I think he would have made that throw, but oh well. I'm not crying over it. Last one here. Stunt by the Eagles. Oof. Top of his drop, and he's already bailing, but he is fairly clean here, and because he bails, he runs straight into the stunt that's coming that way. I don't know if he had anything had he stayed. If he doesn't bail, he probably has this corner route up here, opening up pretty nice. Finally, let's just take a quick look at their rushing offense. A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones are outstanding backs. We see Aaron Jones on a wide toss here. He is deadly on these wide tosses. Another wide toss for Aaron Jones. He is just shifty and fast. Now, A.J. Dillon, deadly, right? This dude's just a bowling ball. Bowling ball, butcher knives. Powerful. We see him on a very similar toss play, but he gains the yards a very different way. He just stumbles and rumbles to it. This one's an inside run, and not only is he powerful, he's got speed to close that gap. And that's all I got for you. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment. Go check out Shaving Points podcast. Check out my game preview article with my full writing breakdown of the matchup, and bear down.